Imagine for a moment that you're a young, beautiful woman. You open your phone, and within minutes, dozens of messages start pouring in. Men invite you on dates, shower you with compliments, and compete for your attention. Every single day, you have the luxury of choosing. Not one man, dozens, hundreds. That's the reality of today's world. Now take a moment and look at yourself. If you were in her position, would you honestly choose the man you are right now? A man who doesn't keep his word, puts off his responsibilities, gives up at the first obstacle, lacks discipline, direction, and purpose, and simply waits for someone to choose him? Or would you choose the man who works on himself every single day, keeps his promises, lives by his values, takes responsibility for his life, and builds his future, instead of making excuses? This isn't an attack, it's a question. Because the world doesn't owe you admiration, and no woman owes you her attention. You have to become someone who's worth getting to know. Now ask yourself one more question, one that might be even more uncomfortable. If one day you had a daughter, and she introduced you to a boyfriend who was exactly the man you are today, would you genuinely be happy? Would you shake his hand with pride and think, "This is exactly the kind of man I hoped my daughter would end up with"? Or would something inside you tighten? Because deep down, you know you'd want someone stronger, more honorable, more hardworking, more disciplined. A man who would protect her, stand by her through difficult times, and face life instead of running from it? If your answer is no, then you already know what needs to change. Stop looking for reasons why women don't want you. Stop blaming modern society, social media, or other men. Ask yourself one simple question. Why should they want you? What value do you bring into another person's life? What kind of man are you when no one is watching? Because attraction isn't just about looks. It's about character. It's about discipline. It's about carrying responsibility, handling pressure, and keeping your word even when you don't feel like it. And the best part is that every one of those qualities can be built. Not in a week, not in a month, but day by day. Every time you get up, do something difficult. Refuse to surrender to your excuses and become just a little better than you were yesterday. And maybe one day, you'll look into the mirror again, and you won't be asking why no one chose you anymore, because you'll have become the kind of man you would choose yourself. And that's where real respect begins, first from yourself, and only then from everyone else. Remember one thing, women are not a reward for your existence. A relationship is not a consolation prize for being born a man. No one owes you love, attention, or admiration. Those are things you earn through the kind of person you choose to become. And that's the beautiful part of it. You can't control where you were born, what kind of childhood you had, or the mistakes you made in the past, but you can control who you'll be tomorrow. Every morning gives you another chance to decide whether you'll keep feeling sorry for yourself or start building a version of yourself that others genuinely respect. Stop thinking about how to make women notice you. Start thinking about how to become the kind of man who can't be ignored. There's a huge difference. One man chases attention, the other builds value, and people always notice value. A man with discipline, who takes care of his body, sharpens his mind, keeps his emotions under control, and stands by his word doesn't have to convince anyone of who he is. His actions speak for him. Maybe you're thinking, that's not fair. Women have too many options today. Maybe you're right. But what are you going to do about it? Complain for the next 10 years? Will that change anything? No. Reality doesn't change just because you don't like it. Strong people don't waste time thinking about how the world should be. They focus on how to succeed in the world as it is. That's the difference between a victim and someone who takes responsibility. So the next time you walk past a mirror, don't ask yourself whether you're good-looking enough. Don't ask whether you have enough money or whether you've been lucky. Ask yourself one question. Am I becoming a better man every single day? Because if the answer is yes, then time is working in your favor. And if the answer is no, then you already know exactly what you need to do. At the end of your life, it won't matter how many excuses you had. What will matter is whether you faced reality head-on, whether you chose to become stronger than your comfort, whether you became a man respected not only by others, but first and foremost by yourself. Because the moment you earn your own respect, you'll stop desperately seeking validation from everyone else. And that's the moment when everything begins to change. And realize one more thing. When you say you want a woman who is loyal, kind, intelligent, takes care of herself, supports you, and stands by your side through difficult times, most people will agree with you. But why would a woman with those same values choose a man who lacks discipline, ambition, and direction? Why would she invest her life in someone who won't even invest in himself? That's not cruelty, that's logic. People often say, "I'll find the right woman, and then I'll change." But life works the exact opposite way. First, you change yourself. First, you build your habits, your discipline, your confidence, and your character. Only then do you begin to attract different people into your life. You can't expect a high-quality relationship if you're not living a high-quality life yourself. Look around you. How many men spend their evenings glued to their phones, playing games, scrolling through endless short videos, postponing their goals and telling themselves they'll start next Monday? Then they wonder why life keeps passing them by. Meanwhile, someone else wakes up earlier. He trains, he learns new skills, he builds his career, he saves money, he works on his character. Every single day he takes one small step forward. A year from now, the difference between those two men won't be small. It will be enormous. One day, when you meet a woman who truly matters to you, you won't care how many followers she has on social media or how many men are messaging her. You'll care about one thing only. Are you the kind of man who can earn and keep her trust? Because relationships aren't sustained by words. They're sustained by the person you choose to be every single day. So stop waiting for the moment when you'll finally feel more motivated. Motivation is unreliable. One day it's there, the next day it's gone. The thing that produces real results is discipline. Doing the right things even on the days when you don't feel like it. Getting out of bed when you're exhausted. Training when it's raining. Working on yourself even when nobody is watching. Because that's where character is built. Maybe no one admires you today. Maybe no one praises you. Maybe it will take a long time before anyone notices your effort. But that doesn't matter. You're not working on yourself for applause. You're doing it so that one day you can look yourself in the mirror and without a single excuse say, "I did everything I could to become the man I was meant to be." And that's a kind of value no one can ever take away from you. And remember this, life is not a competition to see who gets the most attention. It's a competition to see who can stay true to their values the longest. Because discipline isn't something you switch on when life is going well. Discipline reveals itself when you don't want to get out of bed, when you're exhausted after work, when no one is watching to see whether you'll go train or come up with another excuse. It's in those ordinary days that your life 5 or 10 years from now is decided. People admire the results, but they never see the price that was paid to achieve them. They see a strong man, but they don't see the thousands of hours he trained while exhausted. They see a successful person, but they don't see every moment he had to say no to comfort. They see confidence, but they don't see the years of doubt he had to overcome. Everyone wants the outcome, but very few are willing to pay the price. And that's exactly why only a small minority ever succeed. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You're not competing with the guy on the internet who's only showing the highlights of his life. You're competing with the version of yourself that made excuses yesterday. Every day, you have two choices. You either strengthen the man you're trying to become, or you feed the weaknesses that keep you stuck. And you make that choice through your daily actions. And realize this, women are not the goal. They are the result, just like respect, just like confidence. These things don't come when you chase them. They come when you focus on building yourself. When you become a man who keeps his word, protects the people he loves, controls his emotions, and pursues what he believes is right. A man like that doesn't need to sell himself. His actions introduce him long before he ever speaks. One day, you'll look back and see every moment when you could have quit, but didn't. Every day you forced yourself to keep going, even when you didn't feel like it. And that's when you'll realize that your greatest victory was never over other people. It was over the version of yourself that wanted to stay average. So ask yourself one final question today. If you met the man you'll become 5 years from now, would he be proud of you? Or would he look at you and say, "You had potential, but you wasted it"? Because potential without action has no value. Dreams without work are nothing more than fantasies. And time will not stop just because you're not ready. So stop waiting. Stop searching for the perfect moment. No one is coming to save you. No one will do your workouts for you. No one will earn your money for you. No one will build your body, your mind, or your future. And maybe that sounds harsh, but there's incredible freedom in that truth. Because if no one else is responsible for your life, then you have the power to change it. One decision, then another, and another, every single day. Until one morning you look into the mirror and you no longer see a stranger. You see the man you chose to become. And when that day comes, you won't need the world to convince you of your worth, because you'll already know it for yourself. And remember, Your life isn't shaped when everything is going your way. It's shaped in the moments when you don't feel like it, when you're exhausted, and you choose to keep going anyway. That's when your future is decided. If this video gave you something to think about, let me know in the comments what you took away from it. Until next time, stay strong.